Hey guys, what is up? Sorry it's been a while. Been really busy, but anyway, I saw the news about Derek Carr. I'm driving home from work, and I just got to talk about it because I really like Derek Carr. I do. I mean, what he did last year is nothing short of amazing with a team led by Rich Bisaccia, which I'm not trying to trash him in any way. I'm sure Rich Bisaccia could actually be a decent head coach, but I was not against the move to get rid of him at the end of the season. But anyway, Derek Carr showed a lot last year. He's shown a lot every year he's been in the league. And this year, I expected the Raiders to take a big jump. I expected Josh McDaniels to really be able to use Derek Carr in a Brady-esque way. There's been some problems with that. A lot of it has been injuries. A lot of it has been the offensive line, and it hasn't panned out. And right now, Josh McDaniels, with 2 games left and fighting, scrapping for a spot in the playoffs, is benching Derek Carr for Jarrett Stidham. What does this move tell us? Well, one, I think I don't know how you bench Derek Carr with 2 games left, trying to make the playoffs and retain him next year. I don't see how that's possible. So I think this tells us, one, Derek Carr is gone next year. And I'm not saying this for sure. This is not my stake on to claim it, but this might be an endorsement of Jarrett Stidham. When you look at where he came from, Jarrett Stidham was a quarterback at Auburn. I think he was drafted kind of late. Was it 6th, 4th, something like that, by the New England Patriots. And he's been on their bench for a while. Then he hops over to Oakland with Josh McDaniels and becomes the backup over there. He knows the system. He's had, I don't know however long he's been in the league, 3 years in it. He has all the physical traits of a good quarterback, but he just could never really put it together whether it was at Auburn or New England. So this is, it really is baffling, because I really think that Derek Carr can succeed in this offense and with Josh McDaniels and Davante Adams. Especially with Davante Adams, he took less money apparently to go to Las Vegas, my apologies, to Las Vegas to play with his college quarterback. And now his college quarterback is getting benched. That says a lot. There has to be something going on. And that's bold. This is a bold move by Josh McDaniels. With 2 games left, scrapping for the playoffs to bench a 3-time Pro Bowler in Derek Carr. To me, that says he knows the limitations the team has with Derek Carr, and he's moving on. Now, I'm usually the guy who says Derek Carr is the most underrated, underappreciated quarterback in the NFL. I usually put him in a tier with Kirk Cousins. Those 2 guys, I don't think get the credit they deserve. However, this year, I think Derek Carr has actually been pretty bad. I know he's got a couple games where you like, okay, was he bad against this team or this team? And there's been a lot of games that he did not lose, but his defense lost. I get it. But when they played the Steelers and that interception, I believe it was against the Steelers, that interception he threw in the end zone, there's been too many plays like that this year. There has been too many plays where it's like, that's not a system issue. That's not a surroundings issue. That's not the offensive line is bad, and it's sure it'll force pressure, but there are things that he does that is like, why on earth is a however many year veteran, 7-year veteran, 8-year veteran, whatever, how on earth is a veteran QB like that making a decision that terrible? And in my opinion, that's why they benched him. They're scrapping for the playoffs. He thinks, I'm not keeping this guy. Let me see what I have in Stidham. He knows my system. Maybe there's something there, so I don't have to pay through the nose for a free agent quarterback or spend a high draft pick on a quarterback. And it might work out with Stidham. The dude does have an arm. He plays, I guess, like Brady, very much from the pocket. He can run a bit. But honestly, I think I would think Derek Carr is more mobile. I don't know, but Jarrett Stidham, I'm excited to see what he does, but I can imagine how Devontae Adams might not be happy about this, but I don't think he was happy with how it was going anyways. I think he was kind of the mind like, Derek, throw me the ball, and even if I'm covered, throw me the ball, and it hasn't been working out. So it's really as baffling how that happened, but you look at Stidham, you look at McDaniels, you think of the connection, it makes a little bit of sense, but I don't see a future with Stidham. And I don't know how you think, unless he's really killing it in practice, I don't know how you think he gives you a better chance in the playoffs. Which, against the Raiders defense, I feel like anyone can kill it in practice. It really is tough because, like I said, they've lost so many games by the defense giving up so much in the fourth quarter. If those games had gone the other way and they won, I mean, the Raiders would easily have a wild card spot. Might be fighting for the division. But yeah, that's all I got on the Raiders. But when I look at Derek Carr though, I always kind of like not blue smoke, but just kind of like whatever to the reports of Derek Carr possibly going to the Jets. That is now a real possibility. Do I think the Jets really want that? I don't think so. Sure, it's better than what they have now. But they might say, I might take another year of Mike White instead of Derek Carr. So it's kind of interesting to think of who could really reach out and get Derek. There's a lot of cool options. I don't think Denver would try that with Russell. They're stuck with Russell for another year. But I'm interested to see what teams might be in on the market. Maybe like a Tennessee, Indianapolis, maybe. I think Houston's probably going to take Bryce Young. I'm just going off the dome right now. It's not much in the AFC, honestly. It'd be funny if Bill Belichick took them. I'm not saying they're moving on from Mac Jones, but that'd just be funny. NFC, the Panthers, maybe the Falcons, the Saints. I mean, even the Bucks. Honestly, that whole division. If you're moving on from Brady, you could do that. I would like to see him in Carolina. I think that's a pretty good match. I feel like Commanders is actually a really good match. I would like to see him in the Commanders. I think Commanders and Jets makes a lot of sense. I'm trying to think. Is there anybody else? I think he would fit really well in San Fran, but I don't think they do that. I think he would be a great fit in San Francisco. Cardinals are stuck. Seahawks are stuck. Rams are stuck. What other division is there? Lions, Packers. No, I think that's it. So I feel like my perfect places would probably be either like Los Angeles or San Francisco. But none of those two aren't really realistic, I don't think. Not super quarterback needy. So honestly, I'm gonna say the Panthers, the Jets, the Commanders, I think are the best fits. It wouldn't shock me if other teams entered the market, but yeah. So that's really sad for Derek Carr. Honestly, I know all the Raiders fans are probably a little upset about that. Some of them maybe not. Maybe they're tired of the mediocrity. But, I mean, for a dude who I see year after year win games for I know they're not terrible now, and they've had some good years, but mostly they've been a poverty franchise for the past 10 years. Like, listen, I'm a Jacksonville fan. I can say that because I'm part of a poverty franchise. And to see a quarterback who actually brought some life to that go away, it's tough. So, but that's my thoughts on the Derek Carr benching, and I'll catch you guys next time.